For the first time ever, DistroKid has changed the layout of their uploading page. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to upload music on DistroKid. First off, I'm on DistroKid right now. As you can see, what's crazy, I first started using them in 2015. This layout has not changed since then, not in 8 years. They kind of adopt the KISS model, or the keep it simple, stupid model, where why make it super complicated? What you see is what you get. However, when you go to the uploading section, they have changed this for the first time, like I said, in 8 years. I actually like the new layout, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna show you how to upload music using this new layout. Pretty straightforward. I think that's what I like about DistroKid. They make it very simple. But going right into it, first off, we have all the services it is uploading to. If you don't want to upload your music to one of these, you just uncheck it. So let's say if I don't want to upload to Spotify for whatever reason, I just do that. That easy. Then I have the number of songs. So if I'm releasing a single, I'm just going to leave this alone. If it's like a 5-track EP, I do 5 songs. If it's a 10-song album or LP or whatever, I do that. So I'm just going to leave it on a single for now. Has a single previously been released? Yes or no? This is now your artist or band name. I'm just going to say a quick side note. Make sure, if this is your first time uploading on DistroKid, 1, you really like your artist name. You don't want to change it. And 2, no one else has your artist name. I get messages daily saying, hey, Mark, I want to change my artist name. I've done videos about how to change your artist name on DistroKid. Those videos, which very unexpected, get tens of thousands of views. I thought maybe only a couple hundred views, tens of thousands of views. And I promise you, changing your artist name on DistroKid or any platform, CD Baby, TuneCore, whatever, is a nightmare. So just trust me. Make sure that your artist name is exactly what you want it to be. No one else has it, etc., etc. Now, if you have multiple artists, in order to change them, all I'm going to do is click this and click one of these like that, and that's it, right? So my main artist name is Facero. I used to release under some of these as like an experiment, but not anymore, so just Facero. Now, you'll see this. For the first time of you releasing music, it is gonna look something more like this, where you'll see something like this saying, hey, like, are you already on Apple Music, right? You wanna click no for all of these. You wanna say, hey, I want you to create a new artist account for this particular artist, Zigzag Meowbuck. Again, this was a fun experiment. A big thing I want to stress, though, is you want to make sure that for a lot of these that you do click no, because you want that new artist account. You never know, things can get kind of glitchy. You want to make sure your music's being put in the right space. And then in addition, once you start releasing music, like say if you release a bunch, you'll see this. You're all set. This release will appear in whatever the platform is, alongside your other Facero releases. Same thing with Apple Music, YouTube Music, and Instagram and Facebook. You want to make sure that these all have that check mark when you're releasing again, and you're basically telling this platform, hey, yep, put it under that same artist account that already exists. Next, the release date. You could do like what's called like a pre-order or that kind of thing. If like say I want to release it in, I don't know, like say like a week from now, and I can do this. So that's definitely an option. I can do release time here. I can do time synchronization. I can do pre-order. So all these kind of options appear. So you can do pre-order type stuff. I'm just going to do this, like say releasing right now. Record label. Now I'm just going to pull this back up. I'm going to go to here on DistroKid. This is the way it works. So as you can see here, it is $23 a year for unlimited uploads. Pretty awesome. However, for $40 a year, or $3.33 a month, you can have a custom label name. When you release music on the original musician's account on DistroKid, it gets released under quote-unquote DistroKid as a label. No offense to DistroKid, I don't like that personally. So to me, for the extra $17 a year, I can have my own record label. All you have to do to create a record label, you just type it in. It's a type box. So I created my own record label called Meta Music Records. I'm the only one on it. All I did was come up with a name. I like the idea of being meta. I think it's like a cool concept or whatever. So I was like, okay, Meta Music Records. So that's my record label. I think that looks a lot cooler to me than just DistroKid, right? Language, this is actually important. I have released some music under different languages. This, like say if your track is in French, if it's in Arabic or whatever, you could change the language right here. And then the genre. So the second one is optional. You can pick any one of these genres, right? And it could be anything from, of course, jazz to, like, say, spoken word. I know it's gotten very popular. Comedy, like, say, if you want to go under that. Latin. So remember, if, let's say, you're a stand-up comedian, I think you should put your comedy routines on DistroKid. If you do spoken word, right? So this is not just for music per se, right? Now, one big thing I do have to say, especially for me being an EDM artist, if I go to electronic, I get a unique section called the electronic subgenre. You do have to select this, so I have to pick one of these. Now, for my intense EDM people out there, yes, some of this is limited, right? Like say, for me personally, I release a lot of Moomaton. There's not really a Moomaton category, so I usually pick this one when it comes to Moomaton. Some of these can get very, very specific, right? If I do, I don't know, oh, they put Glitch Hop on here. I don't think I've seen that before. I think that may be new. Because I was actually just about to say, if I want to release Glitch Hop, what do I put it under? I think that's new. So they are adding more genres on here. Like say if you do though, like future bass, like is it more housey future bass or more dubstep style future bass, depending on how you look at it and what sense you use and blah, blah, blah. So yes, it's not the full list of every subgenre in EDM, but you're going to have to pick one of these. And especially for my EDM people out there, I'm going to scroll up. You're going to see I have Beatport on here. You do have to contact DistroKid. And again, if you're a DJ doing EDM, you want to have your music on Beatport. It's the standard for EDM, really. It's not as popular as it used to be, I feel like being on the Beatport top 10. It doesn't have the same hype as it used to, but like even so, Beatport's super important. And once you click electronic, and then the subgenre, let's say it's going to be Bigram, it will be put on Beatport. Your music from all my EDM people out there will not be put on Beatport unless you click electronic as your genre. Another thing I want to say, because this is something I've been asked a lot, is people said, hey, Mark, I'm a hip hop artist. I'm a rock artist. Should I go on Beatport? Honestly, I'd say, why not? So what you could do is do the primary genre as, like, say, rock. Let's say you're a rock musician. Then go here, do electronic, and you're like, okay, maybe not, there's not obviously like a rock section here, but you can maybe put like indie, or maybe, I don't know, maybe like some hip hop thing. You could probably try to like find a way to kind of finesse it in a way, because I'm like, hey, if let's say I'm a DJ, and obviously hip hop and EDM work really well together. Again, let's say you're a hip hop artist and you have a really good hip hop record, click hip hop. Maybe someone's digging through Beatport to find their new song to put in their DJ set, and they're like, oh, you know what? This hip hop record mixes really well with this. Boom, there you are. Next is the album cover. I have done a full video about this. I've got a link listed below in the description. But here are the biggest things is it has to be a perfect square. So 2000 by 2000, 3000 by 3000, etc., etc. Do not have any promo stuff on it. So don't have your Twitter. Don't have, a link to your site, that kind of stuff. In addition, make sure you own the artwork. One huge pro tip I'm going to give you is using something called Pixabay. All of these I can download completely for free and I have the rights to it. Or go to DistroPick, which is completely free to use. And this is an AI art generator. So this is all AI art generated, and you can have the rights to this. If I'm doing, like, say, a beach song, I have this right here, or I can create one. I can do DJ, I know this is going to be good. Let's say coffee, because I'm actually having some coffee right now. So cheers. It does take a second, but it's kind of cool to like mess around with this. You have all these really unique ones. Like that's actually, it takes a second for it to load. So I'm just gonna load this up. Like that is a really, really, really cool picture. And these are all custom made, right? Now, some of them do get kind of weird or funky. Definitely the Uncanny Valley, in case you don't know what that is. So this one, for example, I feel like has some Uncanny Valley vibes where you can kind of tell, okay, so that looks kind of funky. As you can imagine, sometimes it's not perfect, but you get the idea. And like say you mess around with the words, I can do some different settings as well. I have my own custom artwork that nobody else has in a sense. Good to go, right? So that's the album artwork. Next, you want to type in the title. Remember, do not have any featured artists here. If it's a cover song, we put stuff down here. So you type in the title. Do I want to add a featured artist? This is how you do it right here. If it's a featured artist or remixer. The version, so this, let's say if you want to do like a radio edit, if let's say I've released let's say one song that's a normal song, and then if you could have some coffee, and then another song that's like, say, a funkified version. I think they have that down here. Yeah, I actually did that, or the summer version, however you want to do it. And then upload the file. You click the file, like this. I'm going to select the file somewhere right here, right? And then you have these qualities right there. One thing I do want to stress, and this is for a lot of my beginners as well. I know MP3 seems like the common one. You want to have your upload in the highest quality possible. So I suggest Wave is pretty much the easiest way to do it. FLAC is another one doesn't take up as much space, but honestly, Wave is your best way to go. When you bounce out of Ableton, bounce out in Wave or Logic or FL Studio, whatever you're using, you want your audio file to be super high quality. If you're uploading an MP3, just not the way to go. When it comes to this, I don't think this is as useful. I could probably do a separate video going more in depth about this, but it's basically a higher quality version. I'm oversimplifying that. Songwriter, you wrote the song. So this can get kind of tricky when it comes to cover songs. I've already done a video about this. If you're doing a cover song, I mean, you create, let's say you're doing, I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and you did all the drums, all the guitar, all the whatever, and you created everything yourself, that should be okay. Sampling and remixes are probably not okay. Meaning, let's say I take some of the pieces of Bohemian Rhapsody and I remix it. That's not really a cover, right? Because I'm still using some of the elements from the original song. And again, I'm oversimplifying this, but this is an easy way to do covers if I want to release covers, which you can, by the way. Now, songwriter's real name. Let's say you release under Joe Schmo, but your real name is Bob Smith or whatever. You want to put your full real name. You see right here, real name, not stage names. You want to put your real name here as a songwriter. This is also important to connect to a pro or performance rights organization. So my best suggestion is Songtrust. That's the one I personally use. There's a bunch out there. I just personally like Songtrust as they collect the rights and royalties from your music from all around the world. And there's a bunch of different pros all around the world. So make sure this is correct because it will connect to your pro and other spots as well. Pretty self-explanatory now. Is it explicit or not? Is it a radio edit or not? Is it instrumental or not? This is a big one a lot of people overlook. And I've done videos about this. I've had my music, a couple songs, go semi-viral on TikTok and other platforms. This is the preview clip start time, right? If someone goes to preview your song, what do they hear? Please do not let the streaming services decide. This alone has made some of my songs not blow up and then blow up after doing this. And the main reason why, actually, for me, is TikTok. When someone goes to make a video, when they go to click a song and they click play on each song, the preview they hear is this. Now, yes, they can scroll through the song and pick any section they want, but if you think about it, if they don't know you, they don't know your song, they're just going to scroll through and be like, oh, this looks cool, and then they're just going to do it, right? So a big pro tip I have is click this, pick the part of the song that you think is the best. So for me personally, being an EDM artist, I'll pick part of the song that usually has like a build, and then it's right before the drop, and then it drops. So maybe like 2 or 3 seconds before the drop. That way it's like the best part of the song. That alone has made my music go viral on TikTok because people will preview it and it would be like the best part of the song as opposed to like the intro or the outro or some other section. Just make sure you specify this for each one of your releases. It takes 2 seconds. Just pull up your song, pick the best preview section. Now, track price, I suggest leaving this where it is, 99 cents. Pretty straightforward. Now, the last thing when it comes to DistroKid is the extras. I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of these aren't as useful, most of them. I don't suggest doing a lot of these. Like, the Discovery Pack isn't bad. It's 99 cents a year per track, by the way. So let's say if you release a 10-track album, it's an extra $10 a year. I don't think the YouTube content ID is worth it. I think that's actually very overpriced. The Store Maximizer, I don't think is worth it. You can do this manually, and it takes 2 seconds. The social phone number, I know a lot of people are doing this. A lot of this normalization. A lot of these, the only one I think that is somewhat useful, which by the way, okay, toenail clipper, DistroKid toenail clipper with a DistroKid logo on it. Okay. And then the kids book, music production ABCs. Kind of cool, I guess. Oh, and by the way, this is blacked out because this is my address and this is my credit card, so that's why it's blacked out, as you can imagine. But the only one, by the way, going back up here, I think the leave a legacy option is the only one that I think has some weight that sometimes I do suggest to some people. Because, in case you don't know, if, let's say, for whatever reason, you don't pay your DistroKid membership fee, for whatever reason, your music gets pulled and removed from stores. As you can see with this, DistroKid will never delete the single, even if you cancel your account or your credit card is declined. So that's a big thing. It's $29 for a one-time fee. If you're releasing an album, it's a $49 one-time fee. So as you can imagine, an album, way better deal than a single. So let's say if you're an artist that release, one album every year, for $50, you're like, okay, I know it's gonna be uploaded forever, and if something happens, if my credit card gets declined, et cetera, at least it's still gonna be there. Could be worth it. For me, I release so much music that this can add up. I think I did the math at one time. It would cost me like thousands of dollars to put this on every one of my releases. So I don't know. But those are the extras. This is the last section, and that is important checkboxes. These are mandatory. You have to select all of these. The big one, I'm surprised I get a lot of comments about this. I selected YouTube Music as a store, so we won't email DistroKid later asking, why'd you upload my music to YouTube? Okay. Okay. When I first saw this, I'm like, what are they talking about? Why would anyone care? I've gotten a lot of messages of people saying, hey, Mark, why is my music on YouTube now? So remember, don't just check these and just go off. Yes, your music does get put on YouTube Music. YouTube will create what's called a topic channel for you as an artist. So it'll be like Joe Schmo topic channel. It will have your music until you create a YouTube official artist channel if you want to do so. You recorded this music, so you have the rights to it and everything. You're not using any other's name, and you agree to everything. You click done, and then you're good to go.